Have you ever had a buttermilk pie? Well, we're fixing to make one. Uh, the recipe that I'm using, I don't know what I do with my other recipe, and I kind of forgot what all ingredients I put in it, but I was looking through my cookbooks and I found this little cookbook here. Me and Mom, when Mom was alive, and we years ago when I was a child, Mom always picked up one of these little kind of cookbooks when we would travel. Well, she got me to doing it. And of course, when I got older and got married and had kids and all that, I would start picking up these little cookbooks. And I love them. Uh, I gave a bunch of them to my daughter-in-law, but I still have a few of them. So I looked through this and I found a recipe for buttermilk pie, and this is the one I'm going to use. Uh, a lot of them now have like lemon juice, and I can't remember if I used to put lemon juice in mine or not. I just can't remember. But I'm gonna go by the one that's in this little book. And if you want to stop the video and get the recipe, you can. But this is the one we're gonna make today. Of course, it's not a homemade crust, of course. And I did put. I'm only doing 1 cup of sugar. It calls for 2. I'll kind of taste it as I go, and if I need more sugar, I'll add it. And yes, this one is not diabetic friendly. This is a very sweet pie. So the first time I ever had buttermilk pie was my grandma made it, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to eat that buttermilk, because I never did like buttermilk. Mom tried to get me to have buttermilk and cornbread one time, and I did taste it. Ugh. So anyways, I had a little bit of buttermilk left over from when I purchased it last time. I thought, well, I'll just make this pie. So it calls for, and you see a little bit of sugar in there. It's just sugar. It calls for 1 cup of buttermilk. And y'all, the rest of this buttermilk, I froze it. And I'll show you real quick. It freezes real well. What you do is put it in an ice tray. Put it in an ice tray, and then freeze it, and then take it out and put it in baggies. And then, use what you need. I'm always buying buttermilk, and I never go through it. So, wow, this is a great idea. So anyways, I'm just melting my butter. I've got my pie crust ready to go. And yes, it's an ugly store-bought pie crust. You always want to make some holes in it in the bottom. If not, it'll puff up. So if you've never had a buttermilk pie, let me know. This is an old Southern favorite also. You want to turn your oven on at 350. And then you're going to watch it also. And if your crust starts, getting too dark, you can add some foil around it. And I've done added my cinnamon. And that's another thing. I don't recall putting cinnamon in it before. I know I put nutmeg. That's really the thing that got me to really like a nutmeg flavor. I did put my nutmeg, and I'm gonna put my vanilla in it when I blend in my eggs. You want, was it 2 eggs or 3? 3 eggs. 3 eggs. Okay, so what I've got in here in my bowl, let me move y'all around this way. Oops. What I got in here is a cup of sugar. The recipe calls for 2 cups, but I'm going to try it with 1 cup. And I may add another half cup. But I've got 1 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, and I got all purpose. I've got a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I've got a dash of nutmeg. And then I'm going to add these 3 eggs beaten. And this recipe calls a half a cup of buttermilk, but I'm pretty sure I always added a cup of buttermilk. So we'll kind of see as we go. Be right back. I'll put my eggs in here. This is an easy recipe. I mean, you don't have to get out a mixer. No, unless you want to. After I learned to love these, I used to make one always for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So hope everybody's doing well. I am so thankful for my new friends. And if you haven't already subbed up, please sub up if you'd like. I'm not going to beg nobody. If you like my content, you'll sub. If not, I enjoy having you here anyways. I started my channel, I think 2016 or 18. And, oh, my freezer's open. And I only started it just to look at videos. The first video I ever looked was how to fix the squeaky washer. I'll still remember that. Something was wrong with my washer and it was squeaking. No, dryer, I'm sorry. It was my dryer. And I was trying to figure it out. That was, I was an empty nesting then, and you know how that goes. Now I was back, I was still working. So I started my channel to look at others' videos. And then I would start putting a video out here and there, here and there. And now I'm trying to build up a little bit. It would be nice to have a little extra money. I'm not looking to make no $5,000-$6,000 a month. I'm not even looking to make $1,000 a month. But just a few extra bucks to buy extra things that I want would be nice. If not, I'm not gonna, stress over it. I'm gonna beat my eggs. I know a lot of people say it's really not worth it, but I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy the interaction with you all, and so to me, if I never make a penny, it is worth it. So we're just going to throw all this in together, and like I say, my grandkids or kids, whatever, one day want to go back and look at some of the recipes that are here. Matter of fact, I've even thought about doing a little cookbook, but I don't know if I will. But I have thought about it. And you're going to add that whole, and y'all can tell I like to get on here and just ramble. We're going to add that whole stick of butter. If y'all don't like my rambling, just tell me. Okay, we're going to go easy with the buttermilk, because we're going to make sure that, like I say, one recipe calls for a half a cup, and one called for a cup. And I can kind of remember. I thought I always put a cup in it. So we'll see. Like I say, this is one of those recipes where you can just get up, whip up everything, and it's no big deal. Blend it up. Okay, I'm going to give it a little taste there. Go ahead and add the rest of the buttermilk. And I honestly think I did need a little lemon juice. Because it's usually got a tangy taste. And that didn't, so we'll see. Then add your vanilla. Y'all can see it's imitation. Oh my gosh, vanilla is so expensive nowadays. I keep saying I'm gonna make my own, and then it gets too late in the year to make it for the holidays. And then I don't, so it's the way it is. Y'all know me. Alright, let's see. It's good. That's really sweet with the 1 cup of sugar. Okay, so y'all know I had a fall the other day. Oh my goodness. I'll talk to y'all a little bit about that while the oven's preheating, whether it goes off. Anyways, I had taken Bailey out for a walk. What's that say? Hold on a minute, guys. Let's just leave that little oven light off. Anyways, I had taken Bailey out for a walk. And there was 2 military helicopters flying over. And we were looking at those. I was telling Bailey, look, it's a bird. That's what we call them because anything that flies is a bird to Bailey. So I said, look at the birds. So we was in the grass area. So then we walked on over to the concrete area. And I wasn't paying attention, I guess, more or less. There was a little lip in the concrete. And my head had been up, and then I put it down, so I don't know if I got dizzy. I really don't know what happened. But boom, I fell right there on that concrete. All I could think of, I had Bailey's leash in my left hand, and she was on the leash that, you let go and they can go walking a distance from you. When I take her out to use the bathroom, I always put her on that one. That way she has some freedom to run around and do whatever. If we'll go in the store or something, I put her on the regular shorter leash. So we got on the concrete, and I let Bailey's leash out to let her go on and go ahead of me and, do her sniffies and whatever. And man, I hit that and all I could think of when I was going down is don't let your head hit. That's all I could think of. Y'all know I've worked with a lot of seniors back when I was able to work, and I know once your head gets hit or your hip, that's pretty much, you start going downhill or you may not even make it. So that's all I could think of as I was going down. I was going down fast. I went down fast, and all I could think of was don't let your head hit. So anyways, then, and I didn't. Bailey was went ahead of me. So she was just, walking along. So I said, Bailey, and I called her back. There was none of my neighbors were home. None of them. Because I thought, well, I can scream for somebody to help me. And I looked, there was none of the neighbors' cars were home. So I was like, man, the only thing I can do is call for Bailey and pray to God she comes back. She did. She looked at me and she ran right back to me. So I said brace. That's a word that me and Bailey use. I have trained her to get in front of me, like when I get off the commode and stuff, and I put my hand on her lightly, and I'll say brace. I can't use her as a mobility dog because she don't weigh enough, and I have not had her checked for that. But this was an emergency, and I had to use her at that moment. So I said brace, and she stood right there with me, and I braced myself up to get up on her. I didn't put no pressure on her or nothing, just kind of had that little bit of a grasp. But anyways, I cannot believe not one thing was broken. Uh, I hit my left hand, which it's been broke before. Let me see, it's the purple's kind of going away now. You can still see it a little bit, but it has been broke before, and they wanted to do some kind of surgery on it, and I never would let them. So I thought for sure that it was gonna be re-broke. Y'all, it wasn't. Hit my left hand, my right knee, and my right elbow. Those are the ones that went down the hardest. So, anyways, I thought I'd tell y'all my little story about my great big fall. And now I'm ready to put this pie in the oven. And I need to quit rambling. Y'all getting tired of hearing me? All right, let's stick this pie in the oven. Move, Bailey. All right, I got it on a cookie sheet just in case it spills over. I'm not even sure this is enough for deep dish one. It is. Good. So you're going to let this cook probably, oh, that hurts my hand, 40, 45, 50 minutes. Just kind of check it after about 30 minutes. Like I say, you may need to put foil on your crust. Okay, I'm going to bring y'all back here. I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'll bring y'all back when it gets done. Yum, yum, yum. It smells so good. Yummy. Let's test this out. Now, if y'all make one when you first get it out of the oven, it'll be real big and puffy. But then when it sets, it'll sink down. So, I usually don't like to eat nothing sweet this early in the day. But I've got to go to the store, and I want to get this video uploaded. So, whoops. I'm going to go ahead and try it. I'm going to stab it. I don't have a pie cutter. I never have. I've always cut my pies and stuff with just a regular old butter knife. It sure smells good. I don't know if it'll taste good, but it sure smells good. Whoops. Yes, and I'm making a mess. That's weird. It looks more like cake. Well, let's see what it tastes like. Maybe because I put less sugar in it. Let's see. For some reason, just doesn't taste like the buttermilk pies that I usually make. It's more like, tastes more like custard. It's good. It's, matter of fact, it's delicious. It could be one or two things. I didn't put lemon juice in it because I didn't have any for one. And number two, I couldn't remember if I used to do that or not. And I added less sugar. So, but it's very sweet. Very sweet. So it doesn't taste like it needs sugar at all. Matter of fact, mmm, this is so good. I think a half a cup of sugar. You know, if you're someone that wants to watch sugar, yeah, that's delicious. So next time I make one, I will make sure I have the lemon and try it that way because I think that's probably what it is. But like I say, it's still delicious. But the top looks more cakey. Uh, mmm, it's delicious. So whatever it is, whatever I made here, it's delicious. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. Me and Bailey's running to the store. Gone. And I hope y'all have a blessed day. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've ever had buttermilk pie. And do you put lemon juice in yours? Like I say, I can't remember. Uh, and I looked at several of the recipes. Some of them did call for it, some of them didn't. And the one in this little cookbook did not call for it. So I don't know. But looking back, I honestly think I did used to add a tad bit of lemon juice. Anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Hope y'all have a good day today. And I will talk to you later.